Really cool
Speaking
stuff.
of real issues again, I read some stuff that I want to talk about.
Some stuff.
I want to read more like graphic novels and past runs
Hmm.
and stuff. So I'm gonna try to include some of the topics. I read two things. I read Wonder Woman Earth 1. I read Marvel Knight number 1. I want to start with Marvel Knight number 1 because it's easier to talk
Oh,
about.
okay. Let me get that up on the screen then.
So Marvel United was the Pride special that happened last year,
Yeah, I read it. It was really good.
and it was when a couple of other VTubers were coming over, having a week together, and we were at my local comic shop where I got my shit from, and they were just scouring through the long box and they found some copies of Marvel United. Uh, they both got variant covers. I was stuck with the original cover. Great, thanks.
It's not a bad cover
It's
for
not a
what
bad
it
cover at
is.
all, but it's just like I wanted the one with the little trans flag on it.
Yeah.
So this issue has like 4 stories in it. But it starts with a little essay from someone named Emmett Yanamura. They were the director of animation who worked on X-97 about coming out.
Nice.
And how it was really hard, but like X-97 taught me that you shouldn't be afraid to be your art or something like that. I saw that they wrote they enjoyed kayaking in the Pacific Northwest. And as a Pacific Northwest inhabitant, I really appreciated that. I feel seen.
Nice.
The first story, which was sort of the weakest one in my opinion,
Hmm.
was Captain America of the Railways fighting some like Hydra agents. Starts off with like the Hydra going like, "We are like hating
Oh
time," blah
yeah.
blah blah, and then
Hitler.
Escapade comes in, and they're like, "Hey, fuck you, Nazi, haha, beat the shit out of you." I found it was a little corny from a lot of their declarations saying trans liberation and stuff like that. And it was the guy that was trying to escapade because that's the way he believes trans. And he was like, "Trans rights, your rights are human rights." And I'm like, that's a little bit on the nose, but I do appreciate it
Yeah.
anyway. But it's like could have done a
They-
little better because as a trans person, I appreciate it. But it's like could have done a little better, a little better.
yeah. I think
But
that's
they
some of
killed Hitler's
my issues.
ghost.
Yeah.
Hitler's ghost is just dead now. Apparently, this was the official canonical death of Hitler,
Um
which is the ghost of Hitler.
the way that I interpret it is that they beat him, but it's like he lives on is kind of like what they say because hate is always going to happen. Like there's always going to be people that are prejudiced and
Yeah,
racist, but you
but
know,
like Escapade, I believe it's Escapade, has like the
yes.
power to like transfer energy or bodies or something. So she transferred herself to Hate Monger, gaining his powers, and she becomes like a big old green spirit of like
She became
love or
like
something.
a goddess and it was like awesome. Like the way that she looked. I was like, "Holy shit, this design's badass."
Yeah. But like I thought that like weird transfer thing, I thought it was a little bit of like an ass pull in terms of like, oh, we're just gonna beat the bad guy by having her transfer her powers.
Hmm.
Like, I thought it wasn't too egregious. Second story was the best one.
Which one
It
is this
featured
one?
Nightcrawler. Um, so it starts off with like Mystique and Destiny, her girlfriend and canonical
Yes.
other parent of Nightwing, Night
Crawler.
Crawler, which is not Nightwing. No, Two Women did not create DC's greatest ass. Um, I was like a little concerned the time scale and everything because I was like, didn't they reveal that like Destiny was Nightcrawler's like quote unquote father or
No, no, no,
parent
no.
a while ago?
Mother.
I know, but like
Destiny is the mother in the
they teased
situation.
their
Mystique is more like the father because of shape shifting. Remember that?
okay, but like I really liked how they were talking to Nightcrawler, and
Hmm.
it was a message of like be proud of your episode, other people othering you or whatever. Because Nightcrawler's like, oh, I want to go out and see this like kid at school, and she's like, um, people are afraid of you and stuff like that, and he's like, I don't care, and she's like, I'm proud of you for being who you are, and like, you're not afraid, and don't let people hate you or whatever, because you're special the way you are.
Hmm.
And then she wakes up, and it was a dream the entire time.
Yeah,
It's like,
because that is not the reality of that relationship at all,
yeah,
which I
and
find
Des Because I was
Sad.
like, what time scale is this? But no, it's a dream. And her and Mystique and Destiny are like in a hotel room, and they're like outside, and she's like, "Oh, I miss Nightcrawler," and he's like, "I'm sure he turned out to be a great hero." And you see in the background this news of like Nightcrawler saves people from burning building or something like that. Like that's really cool. I like that one a lot.
It was very cute when I read it.
And
I was
where's my
like,
Nightcrawler solo ongoing?
maybe
Where's Nightcrawler
sometime.
gonna get a solo ongoing? We have fucking Psylocke and Magic and Colossus. I'm excited for.
Hmm.
But where is my Nightcrawler? Where is he?
Maybe soon when more X-Men books start popping off again.
The third story is dealing with Black Cat and Sarah.
Oh
I
yeah,
was
this one.
confused as to why Black Cat was a thing in this. Apparently, she's bi.
She
I'm not sure if
is.
that makes sense. So you have Black Cat and Sarah dealing with some sort of like gem or crystal or something, and they activate some like big old spirit that like traps them in their biggest anxiety or fear or whatever, and like or their biggest regret. Actually, it was the biggest regret. And Sarah was hooking up with Thor's sister,
Angela.
Angela, yes, and they were hooking up, and she regrets like leaving her. And then Black Cat is like having visions of Peter and like her other exes, and it's like she's regretting like her relationship being a mess or whatever.
Hmm.
But they get over their regret, and at the end, Sarah steals the gem. No, it was Black Cat or Sarah. I think it was Sarah. It was one of them. Steals the gem, and then Sarah's like, "Well, I guess I'm gonna go maybe talk to Angela soon." That was kind of nice.
Yeah.
But the last story was actually my second favorite. It was original Captain America, Steve Rogers,
Hmm.
and he was with a childhood friend named Arnie Roth.
Yeah.
Apparently, Arnie Roth has a history, a previous
Hmm.
history in Marvel. So he was one of the first openly gay characters written by who was the guy who wrote I can look this up because he was the writer of Spider-Man 94. I think it's J.M. Mateus or something. Let me get the actual name right really quick. No, it was not Spider-Man number 94. It was Spider-Man 94. No, it was Spider Dash Man apostrophe. There it is. It was written by J.M. DeMatteis.
Nice.
He long-standing Marvel writer apparently. He wrote Craven the
Mhm.
Sun, which I'm gonna read soon. But it deals like them growing up and stuff like that, and it cuts to it's like he was kind of like a kid getting beat up like by some bullies, and Arnie Roth sees him and he's like, you're a little pipsqueak, but I'll protect you. Don't worry, Steve. And then it cuts to Steve becoming Captain America, and he's like doing some party or celebration or something, and he goes out and he finds Arnie Roth. And he's like, oh, you remind me of my friend Steve Rogers. He has like a stinky aftershave that I don't
Yeah.
like or something. And then they
No, I think he actually liked the aftershave, is what it was.
yeah, but they fight some like Hydra dudes, and they come out as like, oh, those Nazi scum are destroyed, and he's like, yeah, by the way, Cap, nice aftershave, which kind of implies he knows Captain America's
Yeah.
And then it ends with Captain America being like, sometimes people are forgotten from history because of who they are and what they identify as, but we wish you'll never forget Arnie Roth, who served his country well. And it's like a little picture of Captain America and Arnie kind of like saluting.
Yeah, and they made a statue of him too, right?
Yes. And it ends like an interview with J.M. DeMatteis about him creating creating Arnie Roth. And like sort of the first out gay people.
Yeah.
Out gay characters. And that was
It's
really cool.
really neat because like Arnie Roth is more of like that Bucky character that we saw in the movies who took care of Cap, because Bucky didn't do that in the comics. He was like a kid that Cap found. So they like had to replace him in the movies and be like, it's this straight guy. It's not Arnie Roth, which is like,
it's not.
which
Arnie
is
Roth gay, and it's a-okay.
hell yeah. And I'm
Overall,
glad.
I thought Marvel United was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't anything like super mind blowing, but it's nice to see like different characters represented. I was kind of hoping Wiccan showed up because he's a major gay character.
He has his own series to be gay in.
He has his own series, yeah.
Which they promoted at the end of it.
That's not the only thing I read. I also read Radiant Black Volume 4, but we're not talking about that today because I'm saving that for when we actually talk about Radiant Black. You know what? No. I'm going to touch on Radiant Black Volume 4. Fuck it. Script, I don't care. I'm going to touch on Radiant Black Volume 4.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This fucking series is so good. So this current issue deals with the fallout of Nathan and Marshall both sharing the Radiant Black powers and sort of like swapping between each other.
Mm-hmm.
It also is the fact that they know that a war is coming. All the Radiants and all like the alien races coming to Earth, and they're going to blow up Earth and take their powers.
Oh.
And so they have to find a way to like figure out what the fuck to do. Mm-hmm. Radiant Yellow, who's like he's this older black guy, has like a bunch of like clairvoyant, like future-seeking powers. He's currently trying to like deal with like the best case scenario, trying to repair this dude, trying to get both Radiant Blacks on like their journey to like stop Shift. It's like this dude in like a green hood, he's like a major villain. Later becomes an ally later on, I've heard, which is kind of cool.
He has his own series that I think I have the volume for in that pack of like Radiant Black stuff that I got a while back.
Which you should definitely send me those files.
I will once I read them myself.
Yeah. But it's basically like them kind of getting ready for the war. Also, Nathan misses LA, so he goes back over to try to get some sort of movie deal going.
Mm-hmm.
Because him and a friend he was at with in LA was writing something together, but the other dude stole his credit.
What?
And so he's dealing with that a little bit, and he sort of falls out with some people because like they like this other guy a lot more.
Oh.
He's a talentless writer. But Nathan's like,
shit.
No, give this to me. I know what I'm doing. But the movie deal falls apart and he kind of leaves. And as he's like going in the airplane, he kind of like sighs himself. He's like, God, I fucking miss LA. Which is foreshadowing. There's a future issue of Radiant Black where he moves back to LA.
Oh shit.
Which is great. I want to see what he's up to. So the volume ends with like them going to existence again. The big like giant robot guy, beginning of the issue gives him the powers or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The giant robot guy kind of died, so they're like trying to get him back, and they're dealing with their like anxiety and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And Marshall's trying to like get his powers again. But like one of the final panels of the issue is they bring back the giant robot dude, and he's like, "You must protect yourselves. A war is coming. In order to survive, there is one thing you must do. One of you has to be the only Radiant Black."
Oh shit.
So the next few volumes is going to deal with the intergalactic war that's going on, that's going to happen, and picking one Radiant Black, which I already know. It's Marshall. Marshall's the Radiant Black.
Oh, really?
Which I kind of prefer, and I actually do really like how they sort of like have Nathan set up as the Radiant Black a little bit, the writer guy. But they faked it out. It's Marshall. That's really interesting. Because it's like if some other dude was Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And then Peter Parker, a side character, becomes Spider-Man. You know what I mean? It's sort of like that fake. I really like that a lot.
When I read it, I thought it was an interesting thing to do, where it's like you're first showing this character, and it's kind of like a prologue. It's a prologue to see how this other character deals with the fallout of his friend getting like put into a coma, pretty much, like almost dying, and you're like, well, now I have the powers, and I'm gonna go beat the shit out of this guy that put my friend in the coma.
I'm really excited to see what the next volume is. I ordered it. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna talk about it next week. I'm gonna
Nice.
talk about every single volume I read. So 5 and 6, I think.
All
Oh,
right. I gotta
5, 6, 7.
I gotta catch up with you then, so I don't
You
miss out
need
on anything.
to. You need to. You need to catch up with me
I
because we're
know.
gonna talk about the issue. When's the next issue of Radiant Black? I
I
think it's
think
in
it said
February.
March. I think
I think it's in February. February 18th, I
was
think.
it?
Radiant Black is coming March 4th. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
March 4th, issue
that's
4.
right. I'm epic.
But we're gonna catch up until that point, cause
Hmm.
oh yeah, baby,
There's some
love
good
me some
stuff.
Radiant Black.
I'm gonna try to read the side stuff too because I have some of the side series like Infernal Girl Red, Radiant Pink, Rogue Sun, Shift,
Yeah,
the Dead Lucky, or I think that's what it's called.
send those to me. I want to read them.
And when I get into them and start reading them, I'll start sending them your way so you can read them as well.
Let's move on to stuff that isn't as great. The last thing I
Yeah,
want to talk about in reading,
yeah.
I read. So I want to get some more compact
Eh.
comics, and I was looking through the compact comics list, and I found one that was a Wonder Woman book called Wonder Woman Earth One. It was written by Grant Morrison, which is one of my favorite comic writers. I'm like, surely this can't be bad. I bought it. I read it.
Yeah.
Ew. Not their best work.
No.
So it's
No.
separate. It's a graphic novel. It's a series of 3 graphic novels separated
Mhm.
into 3 parts in the compact comic. It's a more realistic, quote unquote realistic, interpretation of like the golden age of Wonder Woman, because the guy who made Wonder Woman was really into bondage and like
Yeah.
they repeat this line a lot. Um, loving a submitting to a loving authority or something like that. It was really weird. The first volume was sort of like Wonder Woman's origins. Apparently
Mhm.
Hercules was like a rapist, and
Yes.
he was like enslaving all the Themyscira girls.
I think that's in the
And
regular like origin as
Golden Age,
well. Like
yeah,
there's a moment where the Amazons do have that happen to them.
yeah. But like Hippolyta, who is Wonder Woman's mom in this, is like, uh, she takes over and like beats up Hercules, and he goes away.
Mhm.
And cuts to a few thousand years later, Diana is like born, but like she's being prevented her destiny, like really being overprotective. She finds Steve Rogers, who crashed into the island.
I think you mean Steve
And
Trevor.
did I say Steve Rogers?
Yes, you did.
Yes, I mean Steve Trevor,
The
who
wrong
is a
Steve.
black guy in this, which is really interesting. I really
I
like him.
forgot about that. Yeah.
He's like so infatuated with her, uh, but like she returns him to the man's world they call it, but like
Mhm.
Steve Trevor's like, I want to see my angel, I want to see my Wonder Woman. So like all the time, obscure girls are going after Wonder Woman because she broke the sacred boundaries of not dealing with man's world, and so there's a fawn of that. But she's like, no, I want to, I want to come out to this world. I want to see what it's like. I want to spread our loving authority to this man's world and change it. I never liked the first volume. Second volume was really good because it deals with Wonder Woman trying to spread her beliefs to people in a peaceful way. And
Mhm.
there was a panel that I took a picture of that I sent to you. It was a panel that this was apparently made in like 2016 to
Yeah. Let me
2021.
find that picture.
Yeah. But there was a panel that some girl says, "What about Wonder Trans Woman? Is there room for people like me in your utopia?" And the woman says, "There's room for everyone. The Amazon Code was evolved by women over thousands of years and outlines a progressive past way of living and thinking that anyone can follow." So she's pro-trans. That's great. Good for you. Um, but there's this like incel guy that comes in,
Oh
and he has this
no.
weird cane, and he's like gonna mind break Diana, and he gets with Diana and like really like gets in her mind, like tricks her or whatever. But he's like, I'm gonna get this fucking bitch because no woman can escape my grasp. So he like does some stuff and like tricks Diane to like going against like Steve Trevor and siding with him instead. Like Steve Trevor and some like other side characters. There's one plus size girl that's really cool. I forget her name, but she says woo woo a lot.
Is it Etta Candy?
I think it's Candy, yes. Not really familiar with her, but she was in it.
She's like an older like side character for the Wonder Woman mythology. They don't really use her a lot because she was more like the civilian life of when Diana had like, you know, a secret identity, which is kind of like she doesn't do that anymore because it's kind of like a bullshit thing. Why would she do it?
Yeah. Yeah. But it ends with like Maxwell Lord's in the picture, and he's the reincarnation of Hades.
Oh.
And they make this giant army, and they're gonna fight Themyscira. And third volume is them fighting Themyscira, and then destroying all the robots. And then there's the decision I really don't like when one's like, you know what? Fuck man's world. We're gonna take over by force.
Oh.
So they take over the Earth. And it ends with like this future where her mom dies, by the way, from like one of the robots or whatever.
Aw.
Or was it the guy? There's also this like Nazi lady that got like reformed under like mind control or some shit from the Themyscirans. It's really weird.
Yeah, this
But it
sounds
ends
just
with,
really
like-
odd in general.
It ends with like Wonder Woman's now the ruler of Earth, and she's going by a different name. And
Oh.
her dead mother is now Wonder Woman's daughter,
What?
made of clay,
Huh?
because her heart was everlasting and remains. So she put in like a homunculus, basically, and she's now her daughter. And it's really weird.
What?
And I was like, "This, what the fuck?"
Okay, when you first initially told me that this was bad and then you started telling me all this, I didn't know any of this ending. That's real bad. That's real bad. What was Grant thinking?
I don't know.
What kind of ending is that?
The first volume was kind of bad. The second volume I did like. I did like a lot. The third
Yeah.
volume was bad.
That's so weird because like I've seen the first 3 volumes of each of these Earth 1 books. Like the Superman stuff's good. It's fine. Like I read the first volume of that. I like it. Second volume and third volume of it, it's like okay. The Batman one kind of does this same shit where it like goes and nosedives real bad. Like its first volume's good, second volume's all right, and then third volume's like god awful. So maybe it was good that they didn't make these Earth 1 books like the absolute books, because I felt like that's why they were trying with these, but it was kind of like a failure. Because I read a few of these when they came out, and they were meh.
I don't know. I'm gonna give more compact comics a try because I
Yes!
do appreciate like liking some, because I wouldn't have read this book otherwise.
I
Like,
think
it's not a good book, but like the fact that compact comics gives you just 3 books and one for like $10 or 12 issues for $10, that's really fucking good. And I can't wait to when we actually talk about compact comics as a whole in a topic, or when the 1 year anniversary comes out and kind of compare it to like
2
the
year.
collection.
Remember, it's 2 years. It's already
Oh,
been out for
really?
yeah. I keep telling you, it's been 2 years. Like 2024 is when it came out.
Because these comic comics are really good. Gives me an opportunity to like read stuff I wouldn't otherwise read. But
Mm.
like, it was bad, but I appreciate reading it.
What you should read from that compact collection is the Wonder Woman Blood and Guts. That one's good. I actually really liked that run in the New 52. The art is really good.
Super 2-1. Okay. So
And Orion is in it from the New Gods, by the way.
nice.
So you'll like that. It's really neat. It messes around a lot with the Greek mythology and kind of like the origins of the Amazons. Well, specifically Wonder Woman, because the origin for her is a little bit changed. But I think it's neat.
Cool.